Hi there, this is Shiku, and today I want to talk to you about the power of small. Now, while in college, I did a class called orchestra, and in the orchestra, I played percussion. Percussion basically is drums, cymbals, timpani, bells, etc. And one particular music piece, I got to play the triangle. And a triangle basically is an instrument made of steel, shaped like a triangle, and then you strike it with another piece of steel. So on this particular piece of music, the last note, the ending note, the final note was a triangle solo. So I was feeling intimidated by all these other big instruments, trumpets, clarinets, violins, trombones. So as we were rehearsing, I played it, but it was such a timid note. And the music professor, who was also the orchestra conductor, he looked at me and told me, better a bold note at the wrong time than a timid note at the right time. He proceeded to explain, when you're playing a note at the right time, but you play it timidly, then the audience feels like you're not really sure. So you started to play and then you kind of backed down. So now it's a soft note. You're in between. So they feel that you made a mistake and you're kind of trying to stop the mistake before it gets out there. But when you play a bold note, even if it's at the wrong time, because you played it so well, they cannot tell it was at the wrong time. And then he continued to tell me that the most significant note, the most important note is that ending note, that final note. So he told me, you are the most important person in this particular music piece. And on the day of the concert, I still remember very well when he looked up and I hit that triangle. He had a huge smile. He did not even have to tell me, but he was proud of me for hitting that note well. When you think of small, you think of insignificant. And in the book of Judges chapter 6 is a story of a man called Gideon. And an angel appeared to this man, Gideon, and called him a mighty man of valor. Then proceeded to give him an assignment and told him, go in the strength that you have and deliver Israel from Midian. But Gideon proceeded to say in verse 15 of Judges chapter 6, how can I? My family is the least significant, and I am the youngest, that is the smallest in my father's house. But eventually he went forth, and the Lord gave him victory over the Midianites. So you may be small in size, but look at David. He was small when he defeated Goliath. Or you may feel I have a small task. It's so insignificant, nobody will notice. There was a little girl, and she was a maid in Naaman's house, and she had a solution for Naaman's healing when he had leprosy. Or maybe you feel small because you have no credentials, you don't qualify. David was not qualified, but he was anointed king. You may feel small because you don't have the ability or you don't have the provision, you don't have the supplies. The widow of Zarephath, she fed Elijah, and her jar of flour was never used up, and her jar of oil did not run dry. You may feel, well, I'm small because I'm in the wrong location. I'm in the wrong country. I'm in the wrong city. I'm in the wrong place. But look at Isaac. He sowed in a famine, yet he reaped 100 times. Proverbs chapter 30, verse 24 to 28. 4 things on earth are small, yet they are extremely wise. Ants are not as strong people, yet they store up their food in the summer. Hyraxes are not a mighty people, yet they make their homes in the cliffs, and locusts have no king, yet all of them march in ranks. A lizard can be caught in your hands, yet lives in kings' palaces. Do not despise the power of small. God bless you.